Hello and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast with GSN Shadow, and as always, it is me, GSN Shadow. So, a lot has happened since the last time I've recorded. It's been probably a week or two. I tried to do as little as possible to this area for the sake of the Let's Play. So this, you'll remember from the last episode, we were doing the piping in the back here. It's all redstoned up with the engines running on it, and I hid the electrical pieces here, and I'll have to go retrieve that because it obviously fell to the bottom. And I don't have any extras. So, as you can see, just running that, I moved it back actually a little bit so that I could fit the wiring for this electric engine that powers the rolling machine. Since the rolling machine is technically an MJ machine, we convert the power for EU, the energy units, into MJs to power that. And there's a switch on the front which I'll go back and show. I don't remember if that was in the video. So if we look here, you know, the switch, we click on it, there's no power. You know, if we click it, it'll start to gain power. So, and then you just shut it back off and then the engine stops. Obviously, the longer you have it on, the more time the electrical engine has to warm up to produce more MJ. Sorry, just taking a little sip of coffee there. Whoops, wrong button. So, that's what we have here. I don't remember if there was 2 lights. I think there were 2 lights in the last one. We just have the turtle. Its back is charging right now, though there's no power here, so it's not too big of a problem. And let's go check out what's downstairs. Oh, I also put this crafting table and some chests here. Nothing's really changed outside other than I moved the skull head over here. And still got this stuff. That sign is basically pointless now. Let's take a look downstairs. What's changed? So I have a lot more barrels now. I think this is going to be the complete amount that I run here. I filled them up a little bit with different things. Excuse me. Try to group things together, like the shards are all together. The zirconium stuff. The gems, sapphires, rubies, and I don't remember what I was putting in there, but I also have these guys. As you'll remember, these were upstairs by the tree farm. They are now down here, collecting space and liquid. So my goal is to have an opening here, so go to the back, and maybe I'll build this part on camera. I basically want to distill the bio into the biomass into the biofuel with the 2 stills we had, and build some kind of cool little engine-y looking thing. After building them and after the liquid was already in them, I realized that it's kind of stupid to have biomass on the left and biofuel on the right, since the biomass is coming from all the way over on the right side and the biofuel is traveling to the left side. So it was a dumb move on my part. Here you can see that we have an overworked redstone engine powering liquid, well, powering the pump to pump the liquid all the way out, which goes all the way over here, behind the stairs, down along with this line, and here. And it connects to these combustion engines instead of what we had before, which were magmatic engines. The reason for that is, I don't know if it was on camera as well, but we ran out of lava. There is no more lava to be had under here, so we kind of screwed the pooch. Though we have all these resources that I do plan on mining eventually. So with that said, right into the wrong thing, and we're running low. my block is still here, which I want. So what we're actually, crazy thing happened. So I did set this whole thing up, not with the marble that is here now, but I had this set up, but I had a wooden pipe coming off of there and then going in there, thinking that you needed to pump the water out. Apparently the aqueous accumulator just doesn't require wood and will just push water out. Due to that wood spot jab thing, and I think I wasn't running gold, I was running something else to the combustion engines. While they were running, I guess it was sucking up more water than it could use. Well, it was sucking up more water than it could get from the aqueous accumulator. I blew up this whole area. It was horrendous, basically. I spent like a little while looking online how to fix this problem. I do have a solution, and that's why this assembly table is down here instead of upstairs where it was. We're building these chipsets so that we can make these gates. I'm gonna turn this on now and get this thing going again. I will have to find the video I watched. I meant to do it before. Ooh, that's loud. I meant to do it before I came on to record, but I totally forgot. But I will try to find the video to give the guy credit for the setup. He basically has a setup where he puts gates on the tips of these, and he uses, I didn't know that you could do this, but he uses cobble structure. Cobble structure pipe, just gravel and cobblestone transport pipe, which we'll have to make a bunch of that. What he does is he kind of just, let's say we would run it over here, and on the end you put a gold AND gate, and then this side you'd put a gold OR gate. So let's make those. And why that's important is on the gold OR, he actually used diamond. I'm gonna use gold. He used diamond because he had 3 wires. He had red wire, blue wire, and yellow wire. Red wire was basically the signal. Blue wire was saying, hey, you know, as long as the engines are good to go, keep going. And then yellow was his safety net. So with the yellow wire he was using, saying, if the engine gets red, shut off the system. So if any engine gets to a red state, it just kills the system. And what's awesome about the combustion setup is, well, it's awesome, it's not awesome. With the combustion setup, once you trigger the off switch, the combustion engines won't come back on until they're completely cooled down. That's awesome because even if it's like it flickers, so it goes red, and then you shut it off, and then it goes back down to yellow, it's not going to kick back on and then hit red again, and you're in this kind of state of they're always going to be off because there's no time to cool down. So it will allow them to cool down. I tried it in the test world, and I couldn't seem, with this water pipe setup that I have here, I put it back there using all gold and everything, I couldn't get it to overheat on its own. I had to disconnect the water from it to get it to overheat. I don't know if that's because I was in the test world, or if that's just the case that the water system is fine enough because I'm not running enough engines to really make a difference here. But better safe than sorry. I'm still gonna run the AND OR setup. I'm probably gonna do, run it here, run the the cobblestone structure pipe underneath, and then just like right here have the switch. Now obviously this will be fine because we'll have enough EU left over to do whatever we want, And this setup is because I was converting nether B phosphorus into lava, which then powers the geothermal, which, you know, end goal, that will be the system to do the conversions. But we also will need a method to store redstone energy, or MJs, while the system is in cooldown mode, if it reaches cooldown mode. Obviously we're just going to be continually burning, so I'm trying to figure out a way to also, with that cobble structure setup, trigger like a redstone wire signal or something to go back and shut off the stills and the pumps, or at least the pump coming off the biomass. But it's going to get messy because, like I said, I screwed up the way the tanks are, but, you know, it's too late now. It would be so resource intensive to try and swap everything. Sorry, another sip. So, you know, maybe I'll build a small tank if possible. I don't know. It aggravates me just looking at it. I'll probably, once I move to where I eventually want to be, since it's not going to be here, maybe I just get rid of all the liquid and start over. But I don't know. There's a lot of biomass. Maybe I suck the system dry and I go, all right, cool, time to switch. That's neither here nor there for now, though. And this thing takes forever. And I fear leaving it unattended. But yes, so while that's there, let's also take a look at, these are the magmatic engines that are left. Iron tank walls, the pump that we used to use, food, the stills. Okay, we're gonna need those down here. Let's see. Oh, and let's just show you how this setup is here. So we come up here, whoop, and then it just goes down there. And I could have just pumped it. I actually, strangely enough, I built the far one before I built the close one. Or did I? I think I did. I don't know what was in my head at the time, and it's confusing me now. But oh, let me show you a little project I've been working on. It's not over here, I'm just checking on the bees. I have an amazing idea for this as well. For something that hasn't been done yet, I believe, in Feed the Beast. The closest, and what spawned my idea was Generic Bee. I'm a huge fan of the Bee team, and they actually give me a lot of my inspiration for my projects. Like the well, it's not really steampunk, but this Tudor effect, stuff like that, you know, is stuff that I've incorporated on my own. This is my little window to see if fuel's flowing. Oh, so the project. This is not bee related, but I wanted to oh no, it's this one. Yes. So, while I was not able to record, I decided to build this. I'm probably gonna run out of fuel, I know it, and we're not loading half of the area yet. So this area, all of this cobble is going to be obsidian. I'm building this for my thaumatic attic, known as Das Boogs, and he wanted a castle. He doesn't have the time to build it himself, so I took it upon myself to build it, and it's modeled after one of the castles in the city, in one of the Wheel of Time. So it was very hard to actually get a decent map, and this is just a small, this is really small in comparison to the size of the city that is planned to be being built. And from scale, it should still fit. Like, where those trees are probably going to be the main entrance to the city. Like, it's a pretty decent, distance. And this lake actually, I think, goes well and will probably border it, and then there'll be like bridges to come from the lake into the city. And this is going to be the central piece of the castle. I've developed a lot more of this in the in my test world, and it's actually built out of obsidian. Surprisingly, very hard to build with it because in this texture pack it's more purpley than dark, but there's still not many things that go well with it. I've decided that my color palette, I don't think I have it here. Nope. My color palette is basically obsidian, everything under the nether rack stuff. So like the nether, the nether brick, the nether, whatever you consider. I can't think of the name. Nether. What the hell? The nether. Well, I can't find it, and I know it's here. Alright, nether brick wall. That's what it is. Nether brick walls, nether fences, nether stairs, bricks, the whole nine. This will change to nether brick. This will be the nether fencings. This iron might stay. I might make an entrance here, or at least a window. I had a lot of totem stuff here, especially since he's into the Thom stuff, so I figured maybe I'll put that here and make an entrance here. I had like a two-way entrance. It was like kind of, high traffic area. I'm not sure. I was playing with this to round out the edges. That's probably all gonna go, and that's probably all gonna go. I wasn't sure if I want to leave this gravel or if I'm gonna change it to stone slabs. Cost wise, it doesn't. I can either turn cobble into gravel, I think, through a rock crusher or something. But then basically, like, there was a pathway here, and then the pathway kind of goes this way and follows here, and then like right here, the path continues forward, and then the path goes up this way, and I built a house back here. Just small. It was kind of steampunky-ish. Basically, it was almost an exact replica. Well, it was kind of a 90% replica of one of Lynchy Inc.'s houses, like how to build and add design and depth to a house. So I took a lot of his traits there. It was just a placeholder for whatever I'm really going to build, just to see if space-wise it would fit and how it would look in comparison to the rest of the castle, since it was all obsidian, and then I had this like cobblestone wood structure sitting in the middle. I'm gonna get one of those, I forget the name of it now, I'll have to look it up. B00 built one in the Feed the Beast before the reset. It's basically it'll just plant flowers and stuff randomly. I have all the fixings for it, and I have it as a project to build on camera with everyone, so that's something that we will have to get to eventually. This is kind of just like an update. I'm probably going to end this one soon, and then in the next episode, which I'll just film right after this, will be some of the projects that we're going to build. But I just wanted to show this structure and talk about the other project, because obviously, ADD, and I don't have enough projects already. This castle is going to be a huge one. I already have the Wand of Equal Trade, but I didn't know that you actually needed to have the resources. I thought like I could just magically change this into obsidian just by having like one obsidian block on me, but apparently I need to have the equivalent number of obsidian as there are cobblestone, and that's going to be like stacks on stacks. so I don't have that ability right now. But with this being right here, let's talk about my next project. So the next project, I want to use this design to build a bee house. It'll probably be filled with a bunch of either regular apiaries or the other thing. What is it called? What is it called? I wish you could just type bee stuff. I can't think of the name of it. Not an apiary, but I apologize again for being a space cadet. Why can't I think of it? It's big, it's massive. Alveary. Okay. It'll either be filled with alvearies or apiaries, but the alvearies have the thing, you know, so you can run bees that aren't nighttime only or like night bees and stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, like this one is marble. We could use, well, this is probably a marble bee. I think it's a marble bee. So we could have a marble outside, and then I was thinking glowstone, because on this texture pack, glowstone has that, you know, pixely, bubbly look, kind of like a bee. So we could get away with maybe doing like a layer of that in the back or something like that, and having it turn on at night or something, and then not glow during the day. So that's possible. I haven't decided if I'm going to have a bunch of these, like, and there'll be smaller buildings, or if I'm just going to have one giant one and all the bees are going to be in it. So if I do smaller ones, maybe I'll do one for every type of bee, and then each bee will have its own home, or do one big one and then just pick whichever beehive I think looks the nicest. You know, I don't think you can look up beehives in here like you can in the other. Yeah. Bee. How about hive? Oh, you can look up hives. Like, I really like the nether one. I finally found one. It was a pain, but this texture pack makes it a little bit easier. Like, that's the marble one. Like, the swamp one would look kind of cool. But if I do one, it probably will be the nether. I'll do netherrack on the outside, and then on the inside glowstone. That might be the solution. I'll have to see how it looks. And then here's like the other one, because like with the green lights, I don't know how I'd get that same look. I'd have to do like a bunch of like lime lights with some wool on top of it to cover bits and pieces and make it look different. Also, this, I decided, I was following the picture, and the way I had it mapped out pixely wise, it was decent in concept, bad execution. And my jetpack ran out. So the fix to it is, I decided every place has to be at least 3 wide. So off camera I'll do this, and I'll make them 3 wide, because there's just no way I can do it. Like this, you can't have this as it's a castle. Come on, you know, like, how does that work out? And I want to be able to do something with like steps on each side. Did I do it in here, or did I only do it in the test world? But I want to be able to do like steps on each side. Let's go this way. No, it would have been in this room. This was the room I think I tested. Like here, it works. I could do like a step here, a step there, have like a nice little pathway in the middle that changes. Like here would suck because you have to double out, or I cut into here or something, and then just have like a single pathway that opens up and it sprawls out into like a design or something. And then you have this one way, like this is where it got destroyed because I couldn't get a design to work well enough that would work this way too. So I gotta play with the different stones and just open it up. And over here, does it work out the same way here? Yes. So where this spike is actually gonna be, it's gonna go all the way up, and then a lava flow will come out, and then it's gonna fill up a pool here. It's gonna have basalt cobble along the edge. Behind that, it's gonna be like a normal cobble, basically a layer up from like burnt to not so burnt, and then it'll go back into the grass, and I have it all planned out. That part at least, and that part probably is my pride and joy at this point. Like that's about all I got. And then like, cause it's gonna be all obsidian, I'm gonna do a purple tinted glass backing, so it kind of lights the room. You'll get the lava flow back here, and then I'm gonna use nether fencing almost as like rebar for obsidian. So it's gonna like bits and pieces are gonna be picked out, and you'll just have like an obsidian, not obsidian, like a nether fence post, so you can see through it to add some depth and some changes to it. And this is the reason why I don't like this area. This is actually, I can't show you it from this side. I'll just dig out the normal piece. This is me using, so this is a slab and then another slab, because obsidian doesn't use, there's no obsidian stair, so I couldn't use stairs to pull off the depth effect. And since it's not a normal block and it's a micro block, and we're in a region, what region are we in? We're in the mini jungle biome. That biome changes the color of cobblestone. This is the normal color of cobblestone. If we were in like an extreme hills biome, which is where I want to be, so that way like this color problem doesn't happen, which is also the reason why I'm switching to nether for my my accent, because nether doesn't change in nether products, or items don't change based on the biome. So obsidian doesn't either, from what I've seen so far. So like even an obsidian slab looks fine next to an obsidian brick. So it's things like that that you just have to be careful of. But when I build, I'm not, like, my place, wherever I decide to end up, I'm not gonna build with that. Like even like the cobblestone things here are different colors, so like it limits, I feel like it limits me to what I'm allowed to build with, because I don't like that I can't match this. Unless I built everything out of micro blocks, I'll never be able to match that color, which kind of is upsetting. And then I was thinking I might make this like his main tower. It's one of the bigger circles, like, or, you know, I guess it's a tower, right? It's one of the bigger towers. And because of that, I wanted to use like the mescaline, because it's purple, to go with the obsidian and everything else. So like I'm debating on that still. It looks decent, but it doesn't match the rest. And we're back, and that portal goes to his place. And let's see. That's pretty. I think I'm gonna cut the episode here. I wanted to show everything. The next episode, I already have the projects planned out. They're already laid out. I just have to do some off-camera. This is the one of equal trade. I have to do some off-camera stuff. Like this is gonna be for the pneumatic tubes. This is probably the macerator. I don't know what I was building that involved 3 diamonds. Bunch of advanced machines and stuff. So like, I just gotta do some looking off camera And then once I get back, which, you know, you'll just see this at the next episode. It'll be the next episode. So I'm going to sign off now. Have a great day, everyone, and hope to see you next episode where we build some more projects. Have a great day. Bye.